everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming into this game, there's all sorts of speculation as to how long the Patriots can keep their undefeated season going. They'll face a tough test here. Let's see if they're up to the challenge. It's the Patriots going up against the Cowboys. With that, we'll send you out to Arlington, Texas. Here's Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the New England Patriots and the Dallas Cowboys. Go on the ground. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I can't help it. I'm just sitting back in admiration right now. This defense tells everyone that plays against them, you're not beating us running the football. That's who we are. That's what we're about. It's not going to happen. If you're going to beat us, you better pick another way.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And caught left side, Olsen. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So the Cowboys will punt it on 4th down, as on as the veteran Chris Jones to kick it away. And this will be taken at the 13. Muscles him off. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And out will come the offense as they take over. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
Geno Atkins is an absolute force as a defensive tackle, forces every offense that he plays against to alter their game plan.
And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense. Again, it's Miller. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Flushed out right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They go back to the ground now with Miller. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards on the pickup, and that's good for a New England first down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving them.
And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Play action. Garoppolo. He'll buy some time right. His throw incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And they still need 10 yards here to find pay dirt. It's second and goal from the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Pats have taken the early lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
All right, here we go, Mike. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Caught left side by Funchess. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
This is fielded at the 7. Now a hit and a loose football. The But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Randy Gregory, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
And he motions the wide receiver. Time running out here on the play clock. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
This is fielded at the 27. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. As we get a look at the defensive starters, the secondary, they're certainly going to need to be on their toes in this one.
And you know me really well. Where do I start analyzing a game? From the secondary. And these guys have to be on point today. They're facing a high-powered attack.
And the tight end Olsen, right side. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now a 1st down following that long gain.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
The whole bevy of Patriots there that time to bring him down. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out. On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Stays on his feet. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
All right, here we go. Green.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finding time. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jabal Sheard able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. $12 yards to go on 3rd down.
All right, here we go. 3.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it?
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty, but there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance, and that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives him a chance to block it, and everyone knows it on the other side. That's when you get your best jumpers on the other side of the field and try and get up and get it.
He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. That'll bring up 2nd down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Here we go now. Watching that Barney. Gun. Detroit. All right, here we go. 3-19. Now, check.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. And Nelson's got it here right side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Hey, the defense is in this game as well. They wanted to make it a tough 3rd down. They were able to do so on that last play, preventing a big gain.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And it's 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 18. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
He'll drop to throw. And caught left side, Olsen. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here we go.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the 1st.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. A whole bevy of Patriots there that time to bring him down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. A whole bevy of Patriots there that time to bring him down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And they'll run it here. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Garoppolo on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. 4 yards remaining now on second down.
Here we go now. Over.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Garoppolo again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. J.J. Nelson, his first touchdown on the year. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. And that makes it 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. 10 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a Dallas first down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Left side, it's Dorsett. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be driven back. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
All right, here we go. Green.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Escaping the pressure right. And able to find Dorsett. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have retaken the lead. It's up and good to make it 21-17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. They'll look to throw here on first down. Caught left side by Funchess. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll drop to throw. They complete it to Hill. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll set up to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Bailey able to knock it through. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going. I
like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Flush to his right. And his throw here is incomplete. Amir Abdullah, the intended target. Third down here. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on third down. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And it's a fumble. And the Cowboys have recovered. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. Now, we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll look to throw, and they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and it's 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And able to find Dorsett. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he slides to avoid the hit. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. And 4th down coming up. When tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 2nd down now after the pass completion.
Leopard! Leopard! Hurry up, here we go!
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And now here come the Cowboys. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. It's just...
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. The Patriots offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Underneath for Miller. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. He'll give it to him right up the gut. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on 3rd down.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Garoppolo now. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Garoppolo again. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. 17 yards on the pickup there and also a 1st down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And quickly, they get to the line. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots are back within a score.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. 2 Patriots there to bring him down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Dumps it complete to Miller. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Third down and 4. They slot Gronkowski outright. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo surveying the field. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Gronkowski unable to hang on. And it's 4th and 4.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And the wideout in motion. Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. They go play action here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And now it's second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. How are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball, meaning a 50-50? The ball's in the air, defenders there, receivers there. Who's going to make a play on the football? And in this case, the defensive guys actually got it done and knocked it away.
On first down, Garoppolo. Underneath for Miller. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. On play action, now Garoppolo escaping the pressure right. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Marcus Wheaton was the one he was looking for. And now it's 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. C.J. Anderson in the game. He gets it here. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now Garoppolo. And he locates Wheaton complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't, but really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
This is taken at the 3. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a 1 possession. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green.
let their fullback try and push the pile. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Taken in at the 11. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now a 1st down following that long gain. Well, we haven't been shortchanged. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They slot Gronkowski outright.
Here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
Back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They had no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. One final try now for Garoppolo. Can't find anyone open. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run them a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for Dallas, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.